Morning you guys, it's Karen and I've got an exciting dupe for you today, and I really get excited with dupes, I really do, because I know that certainly for me it's more useful to not have to spend so much money on it, but I know that there's a lot of people out there that probably want to try a product but can't afford it, and so it makes it more accessible for people. And I've always got dupes in my head that I'm looking for, but then others I just come across accidentally, which is what happened with this. It should have been in my mind really, because I definitely wanted a cheaper alternative, but I've not run out of the Laura Mercier one yet. But for example, the NARS Laguna bronzer is something I love, and I've got in my head I'd really like to find a really good dupe for that. Anyway, so I bought this other powder, which is the number 7, what is the name of it? It's Perfect Light Loose Powder, and used it and thought, you know what, this is exactly the same as the Laura Mercier translucent powder. So I've had a look at prices, I've had a look at how much you get in each, the packaging, how it wears on the skin, the colours, and of course the price, and I'll tell you what the differences are, and the ingredients as well. There's a couple of interesting differences with the ingredients. So let's talk packaging. Firstly, the Laura Mercier one comes in a round tub like this. There's 29 grams in here. It normally has a sifter in it, but I took the sifter out because I decant this into my deluxe size Laura Mercier, the one that I got, I think from Sephora. That's the first time I tried it. I didn't ever want to buy the big full size, but it does usually have a sifter on it. So this one has got 29 grams in it. This one has got slightly less. It's got 20 grams in this one, but it has still got the sifter, and it's in pretty much the same type of jar. But like I said, there's 20 grams in the number 7 one. Actually, price for price, that works out. The number 7 one is half the cost of the Laura Mercier one. The Laura Mercier one is £29 for 29 grams, so it's £1 per gram. The number 7 one is £10.50 for 20 grams, so it actually works out about 50 pence per gram. So although you get 9 grams less, it's actually still, like I said, half the price of the Laura Mercier one. I think £10.50 is a really, really good price for this. So colours, this is where these two differ, but only because of the colour that I bought. I bought the colour Fair in the number 7 one, and there are a couple of colours, I'll talk about that in a moment. But that, I don't know whether you'll even see, but that is the Laura Mercier translucent colour. And that one there is the number 7. I'm going to hold it a little bit up closer because somebody said to me they like to take screenshots, but I'm not sure whether it's of swatches or products. So that one's Laura Mercier, that one is the number 7. But like I said, I chose the colour Fair. I don't know why I did. It's really difficult, isn't it, to make a judgment call when you're in the shop looking at colours. But I'm pretty sure that the translucent colour in the number 7 is this colour, because it was definitely a more yellow based colour, which is normally what I'd go for. I think it's a tad lighter than this. That's the only thing. So in the Laura Mercier setting powder, you have got a choice of 2 colours. You've got one called Universal, which is a white powder. It looks like a white powder. It's probably very, very translucent and would suit anybody Universal. I haven't ever tried that one. The one I always buy is the translucent one, and this is the translucent one. And like I said, looking at it, it's got a kind of creamy yellow colour to it, but it is translucent on the skin. And like I said, I've gone for Fair in at the number 7 one, but you've got the 2 colours in the Laura Mercier. Then in the number 7, you've actually got 4 colours to choose from. Now, what you don't have in the number 7 is that white colour. If that's the one that you've been using from the Laura Mercier, you can't get that one in the number 7, so that wouldn't be a dupe. It's definitely just the translucent one. You've got 4 colours. You've got Fair. No, sorry, the first one is translucent. The second one is Fair. Then you've got medium and you've got dark. So I think that's a little bit more versatile. And really, I should have got the translucent one to show you the exact comparison of the colours together, but like I said, I chose the colour that I thought might suit me better. That's what I've got on today. I've got the colour Fair all over my skin today, and I'm quite happy with it. So I think I chose the right colour, but it's just for the purpose of this video. It would have been a bit better for you guys to see the translucent next to the translucent, but from memory I'm pretty sure it was identical to this. Performance wise, I feel like they are both exactly the same. They both have got, like when you put them on, they've got enough coverage that it's not just a loose, like see with the, there's one by Gosh that is I believe a dupe of the By Terry one. There's no coverage in those at all. It really is just an invisible mattifier almost, whereas with these there is the tiniest bit of coverage. I feel like it gives that airbrushed finish, and they both feel the same when I put them on. They've got quite a lot of pigment to them, but they're very, very smooth on the skin. They make everything look very smooth. They feel lovely on the skin. I can't feel any difference between the formulas whatsoever, and they both stay on my skin the same, you know, help my makeup stay looking the same for longer. But that said, I don't ever rely on powders. Even when I had super oily skin, I never found that powders made much of a difference. I feel like it was down to my skincare and to internal goings on, and to the foundation that you wore. I did never feel like a powder, even if it promised to be oil free for 24 hours, I never found that a powder could really do that, regardless of the ingredients. We'll have a quick look at the claims now and then a look at the ingredients, because that I think is really interesting. Laura Mercier said that set your makeup with this sheer silky powder, ideal for normal to oily skin of every tone. Yes, I do think it's a sheer silky powder. I love that feeling about it. Yes, I think it's good for normal to oily skin. I think that it would be okay for dry skin as well. I don't see why it wouldn't be any good for dry skin, other than I don't know whether people with dry skin perhaps don't use a powder to set their makeup. I've never had dry skin, so I don't know. The number 7 says that it is an ultra fine, velvety, soft and airy. This light diffusing powder blends evenly onto skin. Yeah, it is ultra fine. It's pretty much the same as what Laura Mercier is saying, that it's a fine, soft powder. It says it's a light diffusing powder, this one, but it certainly doesn't have any sparkle or anything like that in it. They are both, let me just double check. I just thought, have I missed it? Yeah, they're both 100% matte. There's no sparkle at all. Diffusing powder blends evenly onto the skin, reflecting light to smooth and disguise flaws for a perfectly radiant finish. With vitamin E and provitamin B5 to care and condition, and hyaluronic acid to keep the skin hydrated. I didn't see hyaluronic. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, the number 7, that's not one of the things I noticed in the ingredients. It does have it in it, but it's very low on the list. I don't think Laura Mercier has any in it. No, it doesn't. But Laura Mercier does have vitamin E, and it does have soybean oil, but again, they're very low on the list. In both of these products, the moisturising and conditioning products are very low on the list. Okay, so ingredients, like I said, this is where it gets interesting. The Laura Mercier one, I'm going to close the lid, I don't know why I've left that open. The Laura Mercier one has talc as the first ingredient, as does the number 7, which is probably why they feel very similar, because that is, you know, for those of you that don't know, the number 1 ingredient is the largest quantity, so they are mostly made up of talc. That's the number 1 ingredient. They also have in their top 3, but I think it's number 2 on the number 7 one, yeah, is nylon. That's another ingredient in the top 3. So that's where their similarities are with the ingredients, and they both have conditioners in them, albeit lower on the list. The Laura Mercier one has, oh, where's the ingredients gone? Oh, there they are. The Laura Mercier one also has cornstarch in it, which I would say the cornstarch is a really good ingredient for oily skin. So a little bit better perhaps than the number 7 one, but ever so slightly. But the Laura Mercier one has parabens in it, and I know that a lot of people will be bothered by that. So if you are bothered by parabens, it has methylparaben and butylparaben in the Laura Mercier one. In the number 7 one, it has silicone in it as the 3rd ingredient. Now, the Laura Mercier one has a little bit of silicone, but it is at very, very low on the list. So it would be more noticeable if it's something that you feel you don't like the feel of, you don't want in your cosmetics, then I think you would notice it more in this, because it's in the top 3 ingredients. I don't have any issue with silicones. I think that it's dimethicone that's in it, and it's a lovely ingredient. It means that it does feel very silky and spread very easily. That's what the ingredient is used for, and it certainly doesn't feel greasy or oily or anything. I've just noticed that the Laura Mercier also has propylparaben, so it actually has 3 lots of parabens in it. They both have vitamin E, and that's pretty much it with the ingredients. So I just thought that was interesting, because I thought there will be some people where the price won't be the thing that bothers them. If you don't want silicones, then go for the Laura Mercier one. If you do not want parabens, then go for the number 7 one. It may be more that than the price. So that's everything. I hope that was useful for you. Let us know if you've tried either of these powders and how you think they compare, if you think they are the same, especially if you've tried the translucent colour in the number 7 one. That would be really interesting. And also if you know of any other even cheaper alternatives. But I think £10.50 is a really good price for this, and yeah, this is much better than £29 for that. I've got to tell you guys about some giveaways that I'm doing. I'm doing 3 giveaways at the moment. As I'm recording this, I don't have them on my social media. Hopefully by the time this video goes up, I will have got my life together and put them on there. The first one is a very small giveaway, and it's for this Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lip Duo. These are the 2 colours. This is on my Patreon channel though, so obviously you need to be a Patreon. That's the only requirement. I don't need a comment or anything else, and it doesn't matter what level of a Patreon you are, even if you're at the, you know, £7 a month one, that's on my private channel. So it's just these 2 liquid lipsticks, brand new, obviously never been used. That one is a kind of berry colour, that one is more of a baby pink type colour. So that one is on our Patreon channel, and like I said, all you need to do is be a patron. Then on my Instagram, I'm doing 2 giveaways on my 2 Instagram accounts. So I've got the one that is Mrs. Ginger 2013, that's just my beauty Instagram. And I've just got a little goodie bag of some things here. There's mostly NYX things. So there's 2 NYX lip glosses. There's 2 NYX lipsticks. There is a dark circle cover. Then there's a couple of odd things. There's an Ico Black Magic Mascara. There is a Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit. There is the Tartist Lip Duo. No, I think it's called Lip Wardrobe actually. With a kind of berry colour and a nude colour, and then this MAC 129 brush. I told you it was a bit random. That's on my beauty Instagram channel, and all you need to do is be a follower on Instagram. So you can leave me a comment on any of the photos if you like, just to know. Well, no, actually, you know what, leave me a comment on the photo that I'll put up about the goodies that are up for grabs, because I will detail the requirements in that. So it's probably best that you leave me a comment just to let me know that you're entering. But then I have another channel, which is Watson the Labradoodle. That's obviously a channel for my own Labradoodle. I've got an Australian Labradoodle called Watson, and so I'm doing a doggy giveaway. So I have got there's 3 treats in here, 3 balls, sorry, toys. One is just a round pink ball. It's got some, I don't know whether this is one of those that floats or not. A squeaky Kong ball and a squeaky kind of bone type shape ball, and then 3 treats. The first one is, this is by Harry's Treats in Edinburgh. I've made sure that they're in date for a long time. These last until 20th of December this year. And these are black pudding and pancetta. So this is a place in Edinburgh that does, it's like a bakery for dogs. So I bought some of those. And then these are healthy edibles. They are, it says puppy, but I still feed these to Watson. So I got an extra packet because they're sort of, it's a nice alternative to rawhide, and it's a nice thing that keeps them occupied because they're quite chewy and hard, but not so hard they're going to break their teeth, but they're good for their teeth. And I like the fact that it's got omega-3 in them, so they're really, really good for the dog. And then finally a packet of these. These are what I buy for Watson all the time, and they're just very, very different. Well, what's the best before? Oh, I did check it. 15th of February 2018. So it's in German, but these are actually, oh goodness, venison cubes. They're cubes of venison, and dogs love them. I've given them to dogs that have been here for grooms and whatnot as well. So all of that is included in that doggy giveaway. And again, just leave me a comment on the photo that I put on there of that. So that's everything. I'll let you know what I've got on my face. Actually, you know what? I'm going to list it in the description because I can't remember the colours. I can't remember the colour in foundation or eyeshadow, so I'll list it all in the description for you. Thank you very much for watching.